What's going on? This is Yancey, author and producer of the This Is Why series. Make sure you go now and subscribe to my website, www.newfacemanagement.org. This is why you go to college.
This is why you go to college.
Hey yo, this is why you go to college. New Face Entertainment. Always paid my bills.
This is why you go to college.
New Face Entertainment. New Face. New Face. This is why you go to college.
This is why you go to college.
This is why you go to college.
You hear me too?
My man LIAD. We out here. Yeah, we good. We good to go. We ready?
Good, brother. It's on. It's running.
My guy.
Thank you, sir. It's great to be here again with you in another hotel room.
You got me? Take it easy.
No, not like that. You know the deal. Big brother.
Absolutely.
Not like the. Anyway, this Hampton too is crazy. Man, Hampton crazy as hell.
What? Why you?
It's crazy as hell.
You started off on that tip?
All right.
Yes, we got we got to start there.
All right, here we go.
All right.
State your name for the people.
My name is LIAD. I am a DJ. I am an MC, do business, and I also do music promotion. Yeah.
Ooh, all right. So we have a lot to talk about. So let's just start off with let's hear your narration. Let's hear your story.
Yeah.
Came to Hampton, and
I was in pharmacy school.
Pharmacy. Yeah.
I came to
I know your
pharmacy
story.
school.
Let's tell the people your
6
story.
years, 6 figures, man. I had a scholarship. Came to Hampton. Supposed to be pharmacy schooling it up, studying. I met Tay James, DJ Tay James, Justin Bieber. I met him in my calculus class freshman year, first semester, like the third week. We had like 10 quizzes already in. So Tay comes into class one day with a sidekick flipped out, everything falling apart, and then he sits behind me, everything. I didn't know the guy. I just know he was fucking nervous somewhere.
So go ahead. So Tay James, you had 10 quizzes.
Yeah, so I was a really good student back in the day.
First
I went to
semester of
prep
your
school.
freshman year.
Yeah, I went to prep school, Princeton Day School, Princeton, New Jersey, and I came to Hampton. I actually didn't want to go to Hampton, really. I was going to Pittsburgh. I swore I was going to University of Pittsburgh. I got a scholarship over the summer. Like right before Hampton was late with the scholarship. How are you late with the scholarship? I got in all my schools already. I went to orientation in Pittsburgh, up in Pittsburgh, and I came back that weekend, and there was a letter on the table from Hampton, and my parents were like, "There's a letter for you." So, cool, I get it, and it says you have a scholarship. Pharmacy school, 6 years, 6 figures. And I was like, oh, cool. And I tossed it. I was like, I ain't going to that black school. All right? So, they gave me the time to mull it over, but really it's never my decision. Free money, you're going there, period.
Yeah.
So the whole time I never wanted to get there. And we're driving up, and I still don't want to go to Hampton. And we pull up at the gate, and we got the cheerleaders at the gate, the pom-poms. I was like, oh, all right. My brother was like, no, I don't want to transfer. He was going to Rutgers at the time. So, yeah, I'm going to transfer here. Whatever. So, like I said, one of the first month or two in calculus class, Tay James taps me on the shoulder and he's like, "Yo, do you know this calculus stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, I definitely do." So, I'm not going to put the full story on record here, but I helped him pass calculus class. we definitely had Tay pass calculus class, but I told him at the time, "Hey, I want to learn how to DJ. Teach me how to DJ." So he was like, "Cool," and he brought me on, and for a year, I was just a part of New Face. I didn't DJ a single thing. I didn't play a single record. For a year, I was New Face. I was learning how to DJ, and I was just tearing up everywhere I could, bringing everybody to every party I could through the back door.
Meaning
Promotion. Oh yeah, no. Everywhere. We're all over the 757. NSU, take the buses. We would take the train. Everybody would organize. Like, how are we gonna get out there? How are we gonna do our promotion? We have our meetings. It was a real organized system that I'd like to be a part of. I was enjoying being a part of. Everybody knew me on New Face. My phone used to blow up like from Wednesday till
Absolutely.
Saturday. My phone was on fire, and I was like one of the only freshmen that was even like at this level of New Face where I'm like getting people in the back door and stuff. So
now try to explain like what year this was and what it means if you were selling tickets. Because remember, you were like one of the high ticket sellers of that time period. So explain what you had to do to sell tickets and to get things done, because it's 2018, things aren't done like that.
Right. Oh no.
So just explain what it was you were doing.
Like I said, we would have our meetings. They would disseminate the tickets. Everybody would get their tickets with teams and everything like that. But I was really never on a team. I just had we just always had a separate batch for us.
Like a DJ batch.
Yeah. So, you know, I always just call him when I needed more tickets, really, more so. And we would organize, go to different schools, ODU, Norfolk State. We figure out when everybody's events were, who was strolling when, who was on the yard, and we go to everything, period. Like, everything. You know, giving out my phone number. And then that's how, you know, just people would hit me up. People would just know, like, yo, New Face, and I'll put on. I mean, LIAD. It was LIAD at the time. Or DJ Nasty African at the time, actually. Yes, that was my first DJ name. It's the first time you ever heard that. I was at New Face.
So, how did you go from a street team member promoting New Face, and then you're moving forward now to attempting to DJ and trying to be a DJ?
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, Tate taught me how to DJ. It was a lot of hours of just mixing, honestly. A lot of the events that we did, I was able to open up, you know, Wale, all kind of different events that I was able to open up for. That really got my foot in the door. So once I left Hampton, and I didn't graduate from Hampton. A lot of people don't know that because I kept coming back to Hampton. But Hampton really was like its own thing to me. My mother had passed away after my freshman year, so when I came back sophomore year, and like New Face was like my family already, like that just kind of, it really was able to take over me in a way. So even when I left, I was still like New Face, still Hampton, and I was still coming back. So you know, that transition, because when I came to Jersey, I mean, college radio stemmed out of New Face, so that's a big part. I didn't want to go into a college radio phase because that's really where the DJing and like that part really kicked in. But yeah, college radio stemmed out of New Face, and that was big because we were going to DC every weekend, killing it, like bringing a Hampton crowd, overachievers, like basically it diversified from the events that we had going on. We had 12 to 2 on campus. We had, you know, Legion was crazy. I think at that point Legion had shut down. The cabs were crazy, but it was kind of like a saturated market. Everybody started copying, you know, everybody started doing other events, and different companies came out that were doing things. So there was a new like lane, which was to shoot the DC every weekend, and we would do that too. So Yancy was a major part of that as well. New Face is a major part of that. So that's where I really started the DJing, the hosting, was the DC portion. And when I moved up back home to Jersey, Philly, it just carried with me the same momentum, the same steam that I was using at New Face, that New Face gave me, the same ability to network with people, the same ability to run up on club owners like they're my buddies, like, you know what I mean? The same ability to go out, like to today, I still talk to people, get their, like my girlfriend will tell you, like, I'll run up on somebody and get her phone number, like, hey, yo, what you doing tonight? You going to the party? Boom, boom, boom. And that's all from New Face, so that gave me a lot of confidence in this life.
So what do you do now, and you're talking about like what, you know, because of New Face, you learn to speak to people and do certain things, and be comfortable with talking to people. So what is it that you do now, so the people know what is it that you do now and how you are up and down the East Coast?
So 2 things now, of course, DJing and MCing, party host, event host. That is one level where I'm able to relate and talk to people, talk to crowds of people. I mean, you know, when I do events, I'm always moving around the event, getting to know the people that are there. So that's a big part of that. But then on the other side, I do music promotion for artists. And that's a big part, being able to sit down with artists and then take them from, you know, start to finish as to where they want to go with their career, where they want to go with their music. But that's definitely the big thing that I'm doing now. We got a lot of records, Ball Greasy, Nice and Slow, Dej Loaf I've worked with. A designer just posted me on his page the other day. A lot of different dynamics that come out of this. But I think the biggest part is that network, man. And that's the biggest part that helps me today. It's really pretty much anybody I can reach out to from New Face, from Hampton, that would be like, oh yeah, oh, okay. You were with where? Which year? Oh yeah, I know so. Even Scott Carter, Will Carter, I just mentioned them, who I really actually know because of New Face, because of Jack Manning. You know, I met with them and they were just on Good Music album. You know, they were on all of Good Music's everything that they dropped. So, and that's through Hampton. So a lot of people, you know, give me a lot of respect for the things that I've done through New Face and channeling on, you know, through those networks.
And one time I was watching your Instagram about a month and a half ago, you put up a little excerpt about the meaning behind your name. So I think that's something that's good for the documentary to explain what your DJ name is and what the meaning is behind it. So, you know, to let the people know
Yeah,
so you
now,
understand like how you are now.
Now we've matriculated to put on. I used to be NA back in New Face days, nasty African. But now it's put on. A lot of that really it came from New Face. We had like we did stuff with J. Cole. We had J. Cole's American Dreaming mixtape. We were some of the first people that put Wale on an event, New Face. So there was a lot of things that we did that were first. Like a lot of the cabarets that we did were first. So then moving on, I still took that effort, took that energy to be first, to hear people out, and to really try to put people in a position where where they can expand and become greater. So that's really the put on piece. I even ran into Blake Kelly one day. Shout out to Blake and the Rockstar crew. But one day, and this fueled me up a lot, because one day he was like, "Yo," I was just like, "Yeah, this person and that person," but it really wasn't on paper. So that fueled me to really like go hard with it and really start being able to tell you, "Oh yeah, like Dej Loaf, designer," like, and give you names. But that's just I try to put on. I try to use my network to put people where they want to go.
There you go. Cool. All right, so for the college, actually let's start with the high school. Because you were trying to figure out what you wanted to do. You didn't want to go to Hampton at the time.
Right.
What message would you want to send out to a high school senior? What message would you want to send out to them to let them know about if they're undecided, they don't know what they want to do with their life as far as going away to college? What would you want to let them know?
No, I mean, definitely explore your options. It's a different day and age today financially as far as, schools and universities and things like that. But definitely find a way to get into a university. One that may not even be in your neighborhood or may be in your area. And when we talk about people of color, if you can get to a Hampton University, if you can get to a Howard and be able to connect with people, that's one of the most important things that ever happened to me in my life, and I never planned that. I didn't have any plan to be a part of this, so being that I was able to experience that, I know the difference. Like, I know where I could have been, and I know where I am now, and I know the people that I've been able to grow with, people that have been able to see me grow, and how much they have an affinity towards me. So if you have an opportunity to get to a place or school or a university where you're going to be able to meet people that aren't like you, that come from different places, and that's what's going to help you get to know yourself the most. You know what I mean? When you're able to get around people that aren't like you, and then you're able to experience new things, that's definitely the biggest part of getting involved in that college experience besides the education.
Something that you do is very unique in comparison to what other people have done. Where are you originally from?
Yeah, my parents are from Nigeria. I was born in Staten Island, raised in New Jersey, but my parents are from Nigeria, and I've always continuously gone back there. My parents always took me for vacations and trips there. But yeah, no, definitely. I went to Nigeria recently, did radio, did a lot of promotion and things like that. But one thing that I'm very involved in is trying to go ahead and cross those boundaries that we have between Africans and African Americans. So a lot of what I do is geared towards bringing that crossover through. Everything I do, I try to involve a cultural aspect. And it's really more about getting people to be in touch with themselves. You know what I mean? Just know who you are, know where you come from, and know that there's a lot of options. There's other places in the world. There's other people in the world. There are many struggles around the world. So you have to identify. I identify as a global citizen. People say, "Oh, I'm American," I'm this, I'm that, but I truly and honestly identify as a global citizen. Period. So I try to expand other people's minds to that. I'm doing Jamaica 2019 memorial trip, but we're trying to. This is all stepping stones for us to be able to do trips, go to Africa, and things like that. But yeah, just definitely big on the travelers. I run around the coast. We travel up and down, and we try to spread the culture. Musically, entertainment-wise, I'm big in the Nigerian entertainment industry as well. We have a lot going on there. I have a radio station in Jersey that we're going to be syndicating some of the shows in Africa as well, and we're going to have an exchange where we do international. So we have like an international night from a certain time where every night we bring it in a broadcast station from another country. The owner of the station is Colombian, so so there's a lot going on, a lot of things that we're doing.
Good. All right, well. You have anything to say to the college student that may want to drop out of school?
Oh no!
Reason?
Don't do that.
Yeah, so
Don't do that. No, man,
this is a
stick
message.
it through. Stick it through. And even if you have to take a break and start over again, but just like that experience that you're gonna get from going to college, definitely don't drop out of high school. At least get your foot in the door. Take some classes. The only time that I would ever say anything along the lines of like dropping out of school is if you got some $1 million project going on. Bye, leave school, forget about it, get out of here. It's your $1 million. But other than that, you need to get your network, get your experience, and educate yourself. Definitely. Remember those trying times that you go through.
All right, bro. You already know.
You even asked my favorite event, man.
All right, so let's go for it. What you got?
Oh.
What was your favorite event?
Oh.
What was your favorite event?
Oh.